And hello again, everybody. Welcome high atop the Noble Complex on Bison Hill, Oklahoma Baptist University campus at Shawnee for tonight's Great American Conference twin bill between the 1-1 Lady Tigers of East Central, 1-1 in Great American Conference play as well, and the 0-2 in league play Bison of OBU, 0-3 overall. I'm Todd Miller along with Scott Wanish. Our producer engineer is John Zonlow. Tonight, the entire network crew. We are glad to be back home, and we're glad to have you along, however you may be accessing our broadcast tonight for two area rivals separated by about a 45-minute drive tonight, ECU and Oklahoma Baptist. We'll be back, take our first pregame break, and get underway with our opening comments. This is Bison Basketball on the OBU Radio Network. Todd Miller, Scott Wanish, the network crew with you tonight from Shawnee. Home game number 2 of 10 of the Great American Conference slate for 2021. OBU 0-3, 0-2 in the conference, and 1-1 East Central. The Lady Tigers have lost at home 92-77 to Southwestern, now ranked 21st in the country. They have also beaten Southeastern. That was in their last contest, and that was down in Durant. They did so handily, winning comfortably in a game that was the largest margin of victory for an East Central women's team over Southeastern since February 27th of 2014 when they won that ball game 81-68 at home. Scott Wanish, as we'll hear from Bo Overton a little bit later on in the pregame show, the scores are important. They keep scores for a reason, but right now, at this point in time where the program is in terms of development, sometimes the scoreboard's a little bit of an afterthought. Yeah, you want to win the ball games, but you want to make a lot of improvement. And Bo, and you'll hear here in just a moment, really feels like this team is starting to make baby steps.
Yeah, maybe the score is a little bit lopsided in Canyon, Texas, but against Southeastern and at Northwestern, Oklahoma Baptist had a great chance of winning both of those basketball games. Just a couple open shots here and there to make. OBU is just going to have to knock down the open shots, those little 8-footers when they're open.
OBU has lost at home to Southeastern 61-56. They lost last Saturday afternoon in Alva to Northwestern 65-56, and then were beaten on the road by 22nd-ranked West Texas A&M 74-50 on Tuesday night. Scott, there is the problem for this young Lady Bison team, and I mentioned this to Bo, and you're going to hear the comments here in just a moment. This offense actually is working efficiently, meaning that it's creating scoring opportunities. This team is not scoring very well, less than 35% collectively from the field, and averaging just 54 points per ball game.
And one of the most horrific things that happened to this offense was losing Jalen Stapleton. That's exactly what OBU needs, is one scorer that's really strong, going to the rim, maybe stepping up, pulling up with that jumper, scoring the basketball. Sometimes that can be contagious when a player like a Stapleton can be on fire and get inside or shoot from outside and make some shots, then others will follow.
At least 2 games into this campaign, this has been a better offensive team for East Central than we've seen in years past. Usually they are in the upper 50s to mid-60s in terms of scoring offense through 2 games and a 1-1 split of conference play. Matt Cole's ball club averaging 75 a game while giving up 69.5. That, too, is a lot higher than usually what the Lady Tigers will allow. Again, that does include a loss to Southwestern, who arguably is the best team in the Great American Conference, either in Arkansas or Oklahoma. They are ranked 21st nationally, and they beat East Central at the Kerr Center last week to start the campaign, 92-77. There are just some teams that you just don't play well against, and for whatever reason, East Central has been that program for Oklahoma Baptist in women's basketball. Since January the 16th of 2016, that was the first Division II meeting when both teams were then joined in the Great American Conference. East Central is currently 9-1 against OBU in women's basketball. They have won 8 straight, including 4 of 5 here at Shawnee, and they have averaged in beating Oklahoma Baptist 9 out of 10 times, less than 68 points a game. Here's been the problem, though. East Central has held the Lady Bison to less than 60 points 7 times in those 10 meetings, including 4 of the last 5. OBU has lost 8 straight. They hope to put the skids on that and notch the first victory of the Bo Overton era here a little bit later on tonight at the Noble Complex. And speaking of Bo Overton, the first-year women's basketball coach here at OBU sat down with us for a pregame visit. Coach, coming off a road loss at West Texas A&M University, a daunting challenge, certainly, 22nd ranked team in the country, but, you know, did you find some things that you liked about that game and more improvement from this young team?
Really did. We needed to play a game, and I thought that this would be a good test for us. A little more faster, more physical team that doing the stuff we need to do, like staying in front of people on defense, you know, going and attacking the rebounds. I really thought in that game we got a little better. Still need to take care of the ball better, and they know, and we know that, and we're working on it and trying to figure that out. But I really thought that game's going to help us with these two next games coming up.
You talked to me about this earlier in the week about the turnovers, and I was talking about live ball turnovers, and they're not all the same. You said, I'd rather somebody take a bad shot or throw the ball out of bounds than to have a live ball turnover, because right now, points off your mistakes are really hurting you.
It really is. You know, teams are getting 19, 20 points a game off our turnovers, and you're right. I'd rather them throw it out of bounds. But, you know, they're trying. I know they're trying hard, and we just got to keep working, keep fighting it, keep working, keep doing our day-to-day work, and playing in these games is helping us. You can see the confidence in our players, both offensively and defensively, getting better. So we just got to keep working.
I don't know how many times, if ever, in your coaching career you've been in this position to where, yeah, you want to win a ball game, but at the end of the day, the scoreboard doesn't always matter. It's about you and making constant improvement.
Well, not only that, but just the world we're in right now, these kids being able to play, we don't know if we're going to get to play next week. And so, you know, you can talk all you want about winning and losing right now. It's about them. You know, they got to see their parents for the first time at a game, 2 days ago, and you know they've been here for 6 months, so it's real important that we're playing these games, I think, and they're excited to play. You can see it on their face, and you know, even though we've lost a couple close ones and then went out there, I think they're ready to play.
Defensively, I think you played better than your record would indicate, and when you look at your total points, as you mentioned, about a third are coming off your own mistakes. When you get into a half-court defense, do you feel like this team is doing what you wanted to do?
I really do, and I think with what Haley gives us, you know, when she comes in the game, protecting that basket, really lets us fly around a little bit more, and we need her to continue with her improvement, and she is. And our defense, when we're set with 5 people back, I think we can, you know, put up pretty good numbers.
Where do you feel like Haley Weber is right now? I know she's only 3 games into this thing, but I think she's a very skilled big person. She's just very, very raw.
Well, very raw, but you know, you can see her getting better week by week. You know, you guys are a little different than me because I see her every day, so I'm kind of on her every day. But you know, I see some people walking here that hadn't seen her in a couple of weeks and talk about how much she's getting better, and she is, and she just needs to keep working and keep doing what she's doing, and she's going to help us.
Need River to continue to improve at the point guard position and hold the line until Jalen Stapleton can get back. This is a big game for River tonight against this tight defense.
It really is, because I think she can match up with him pretty good as far as getting to the basket and staying in front. And you're right. You know, I thought she did a lot of good things in Texas a couple days ago, and she came in and looked at a little film and can see how she can get better, and looking forward to watching her compete today.
When you look at the numbers, people might say, well, your offense isn't working at a high level of efficiency. It really is. It's generating a lot of shots. I mean, you guys have had some really good looks this year. Now you've got to just start making those shots.
Well, not only that, but I just felt like in the last 2 games, we got to score more at the basket, you know, either by throwing it to the block or driving it. Northwestern zone had a little bit to do with that, and then West Texas size had a little bit to do that. They blocked 16 shots, so we were getting to the basket. It's just now we got to do a little better.
One of the reasons you went out to Canyon was you want to tell this young team, this is what we have to do to get to this level. So in that sense, it was a very successful trip.
It really was, and we just need to play a game. That's our third game, and that'd almost be like us being our third scrimmage in a normal time. So just need to play games. We're looking forward to these two this weekend, and we've got a couple pretty good players that is going to be back shortly. So we just kind of have to hold the fort till they get back.
Your thoughts on East Central tonight?
Well, I know all these players. My niece is one of the assistant coaches. So I need to win this game. We have a little bet tonight that I need to come through with. But no, I know the coaches, I know the players, and very skilled basketball players. They can all shoot it, they can all pass it, and very smart. So this is one of those teams that, if you slip, they make you pay for it. And that's going to be one of our deals is, take care of your assignment. Don't give them second shots, and then let's go see if we can get the ball in the basket.
OBU women's basketball coach Bo Overton in his first season here on Bison Hill. He is the 10th women's basketball coach in program history. In 8 years at his prior stop, Oklahoma City University, Overton led the Stars to a 161-71 record, including a national runner-up finish and the 2017 NAI National Championship. OBU has beaten East Central, as we told you, just one time in 10 tries in the Division II era. That came in the second all-time meeting. That was back on February the 13th of 2016 here in Shawnee by a final count of 91-59. Bo was also talking about turnovers, and that is something that has really been a bugaboo for this young Bison team. They are dead last in the Great American Conference in turnover margin at nearly 7 full turnovers per ball game, worse than the opponents. And, Scott, here's the problem. OBU's only allowing 66 points a game. That's a really good defensive average. The opponents collectively shooting less than 39% against the Bison. However, live ball turnovers are leading to 23 points per game for the opposition off OBU mistakes.
You said it, 7 turnovers deficit each time. So that's a minimum of probably a 14-point swing. 2 points you don't get, 2 points the other team gets. And if you throw in a 3-pointers there, it even enlarges that margin.
More pregame from the Noble Complex coming up in a moment. This is Oklahoma Baptist Basketball on the OBU Radio Network. Yeah, I don't know where they're at. I've got mine over here. I don't know.
I have 2 of them right here. I don't know. Hey, did you take my men's notes? I don't have anything. I don't have anything. So you had 2 packets?
Here's some men and women. Coach Bo Overton. He'll start Malou Savannah. Savannah had 3 points, 5 rebounds, and was 1 of 3 shooting at West Texas from beyond the arc on Tuesday night. Savannah averages 7.3 points per ball game and 4.3 rebounds. Carissa Price will start, a 5'10 senior, 3-year letter winner out of Carl Albert High School in Midwest City. She is off to a slow start offensively, averaging 6.3 points per ball game and 3.3 rebounds. She is averaging 32% field goal shooting, and Price has hit just 1 of her first 8 to start her senior season. Melissa Southern will get her first, or make that her second start of the year. A 5'11 sophomore from Elk City, averaging 3 points and 4.3 rebounds per ball game. She had a team-high 7 retrievals in the loss of 22nd West Texas A&M on Tuesday night. And the point guard is River Romine. She's a 5'6 junior from Bowie, Texas, averaging 6 points, 1.7 rebounds. And Andrea Petra-Ryana will play in her 4th game, first start. She's a redshirt junior from Vilnius, Lithuania, averaging 5 points and 4.7 rebounds. There's a reason for the lineup tonight, and Bo told us this before the ball game. He wants Haley Weber and Jenny Beebe to be out on the floor together. They don't really get to work together much. He said, I want to see those two in combination.
I think that can make a big difference, too, with East Central liking to move the ball around the perimeter for three-point shots. Having those two bigs in there at the same time should help OBU with rebounding.
East Central in the road black and orange uniforms with a little bit of gray at the bottom of the shorts. OBU the home gold and green with white trim. Bison will go from right to left. That is west to east inside the Noble Complex here in the first half. East Central from left to right across your radio dial. At midcourt, it will be Ella Schultz to jump sitter for the Lady Tigers, and Andrea Petra-Ryana, the Lithuanian, to jump sitter for Oklahoma Baptist, and we're off and running in game 1 of this conference twin bill as the Tigers have controlled the opening tip. Madison Real against the 2-3 zone, swings it over the left side, now gets a return cross-court pass. They flash Schultz to the high post, she takes a dribble, and we get the first turnover of the night, a travel called against East Central. The Lady Tigers are +4 in turnover margin this season, averaging just 12 while forcing 16, and they also have a 21-9 advantage in points off turnovers for the opposition.
And another really quick walk, like you said in the Northwestern game. Is that a point of emphasis this year?
Yes, it is. Petra-Ryana wide open underneath, overshoots the entire basket. OBU with a rebound. They missed a golden opportunity there on a great dish from River Romine. Top of the circle is Kendall Schulte. Swings it left. 3 on the way is no good as it sticks between the rim and the backboard. That was from Madison Real, the senior from Deer Creek High School. OBU controls the window. Price into the front court to Petra-Ryana out high with the left hand. She attacks, loses it, gets it back on the baseline. 17 to shoot. Now Andrea loops a pass out high for Malou Savannah to River Romine, or that's Price, who attacks right, goes at 2 defenders. Shoots and hit the side of the backboard, but she's going to be bailed out by the whistle, and CP, a good foul shooter in her career here on Bison Hill, will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, you said it, bailed out. Carissa Price didn't even go to the rack. She's kind of just outside the right block going straight towards the baseline. It looked like body contact, 2 shots.
First East Central foul called against Ella Schultz. First foul shot is clean from Carissa Price. CP at the line this year is 6 of 7 before that make, and she is right at 80% in her career here at OBU from the stripe. Second foul shot rattles around and finds the bottom of the cup. OBU with some full court pressure. Now they'll back it off and quickly get into that 2-3 extended zone. Left side, Madison Real with a basketball, dances middle of the floor to Hannah Ladd. 2-0 on Carissa Price. Free throws early, Oklahoma Baptist. Kendall Schulte leaves it top of the circle for Ladd. It's poked away by Romine. Picked up by Real. Down low to Schulte. Lowered her shoulder. Ran over a defender. No whistle. That was Southern who took the brunt of that elbow. But fortunately, because there was no whistle, the shot was so poor it went over the top of the backboard and out of play.
Yeah, great defense by Melissa Southern, getting right up in the face of Ella Schultz.
Romine bounces it between the circles now for Carissa Price. Price angles right, works to the elbow of the stripe, picks her dribble up. All over her now is going to be Kendall Schulte, and we get a whistle and 3 seconds of the paint called against Andrea Petra-Ryana. OBU averaging 22-plus turnovers this year and giving up 23 points off those 22 turnovers in their first 3 starts. Still 2-0. We played almost 2 minutes, and neither team with a basket here early. Mackenzie Crusoe with it out front. Left side for Hannah Ladd. Whips it back to Crusoe. Trying to penetrate the zone. Candace River Romine jumps out through her face. Real swings it left side. The 3 on the way, and it is good from Kendall Schulte, and East Central finally, 2:05 into the contest, gets their first basket and takes a 1.32 lead.
Carissa Price is a very good shot blocker, especially on the wing. She just didn't go for it, got there a little bit late, and allowed Schulte to shoot a high arcing three.
Romine turns the basketball over. Crusoe with it, out ahead to Rio. Good hustle, though, by Carissa Price to strip the ball off of Crusoe out of bounds, and that will be a turnover for East Central. The first field goal of the ball game from Schulte, incidentally, maybe not who you had in the office pool, is the first to score from beyond the arc. She had hit just 1 of 5 from long distance before that bucket.
Outstanding play by Carissa Price. She has that nose for that basketball, knew exactly the timing when to go for that steal.
Savannah pivots, cross courts at left wing side. CP, right of a rub from Petrarite. They roll Andrea. Price dribbles into the paint, kicks it out to Romine. Foul not extended. Right wing, 7 to shoot. Price backs it out top of the circle against the man-to-man. Now she'll put up an NBA 3. It hits the front of the rim and kisses the window and falls into the arms of Ella Schultz. Still 3-2 as we played 3 minutes here of the first period. Oklahoma Baptist without a field goal here early. Wing left is Kendall Schulte. Feeds it down low. Backing down is Ella Schultz, and they're going to call her for a travel.
Well, Petrarite had good defense right up against Schultz, making Schultz having limited mobility. I didn't see the walk there, but I guess it was.
Third turnover against East Central. Oklahoma Baptist with 2. The Lady Tigers early with a 3-point advantage, 3-0 points off turnovers. 6:48 to play, opening half. Todd Miller, Scott Wanish with you for the Noble Complex. East Central by a point. Malou Savannah with it, goes to Southern, left side to Romine, down low to Petra Ryder. A turnaround jumper hits softly off the rim and falls into the arms of Schulte. Kindle brings it to the front court, kicks it to Ladd, left rail line extended. Ladd gets a return pass out front, swings it right side. Madison Reel, top of the circle. Crusoe bricked the 3, rebound poked out. Reel gets it, drives left, kicks it off of the wing for Ladd, and they'll reset now top of the circle.
There, Romine got too deep as a guard. Instead of staying just inside the free throw line a couple for the rebound, she went down too low, went over her head.
Madison Reel had been 2 of 5 from 3, knocks down a wing left tray, and it's 6-2, thanks to 6 unanswered for East Central. Under 6 to play here in the opening period. Wing left is Romine. She spins, funnels a pass middle of the floor to Price. CP angles over in front of Matt Cole on the East Central bench. Now they bounce it for Petrarita. To Southern. Mo takes a dribble, whips it back out front to Romine, who bounces it for Southern. Southern hands it off to Savannah to Mo, and the pass was offline and out of bounds.
I think Savannah made a good pass. Southern's got to be a better receiver. She threw that just over the block. If she goes to the basket, she can go up and make a basket with that pass.
OBU without points from the field. We're at the 5:40 mark here of the opening period, and the Lady Bison have gone scoreless now for nearly 3 minutes since the Carissa Price foul shots. Charlie Leonard is into the ball game first time left wing. Kicks it off on the baseline, and we get a reach-in foul called against Oklahoma Baptist. It's against Malou Savannah, and that's going to be her first. Malou Savannah has her first, and OBU has their first as a team. And here comes wholesale substitutions in. Weber, Beebe comes in. Also checking in for OBU, Avery Zinn. J.C. Engler has checked in. And Kaylee Hurst is in. Those are the 5 off of the bench. So a 5-person rotation for Bo Overton. Wing left is Real. 3-pointer short off the front of the rim. Underneath with a rebound is he coming. She'll reset. Now East Central pulls it back out front. 5:15 to go in the opening period. They swing it left, and now cross-courted back right into the slot for Schulte. Baseline right is Hannah Ladd, 6 to shoot. Back to Schulte, 1 dribble. Now they bounce it to Cummings. Gives a pump fake, drives baseline, throws up a floater and got it.
Well, that was a nice move on the baseline. You called it floater. Just nice soft touch down the left baseline.
That was actually Crusoe that got the basket, and that's her first points. OBU trails 8-2. Down low it goes to Beebe, who got free and lays it in with the left hand. There's the freshman from Kingfisher. With 4:44 to go in the first period, OBU finally gets points from the field.
Nice cut by Beebe. Crusoe came up for the steal. Beebe back cut for the layup.
Crusoe cross courts at left side. Now they return it to Schulte, wing right. In the quarter with it is Ladd. She'll trigger a 3 and got it. That's what East Central does. 9 points from 3 3-point baskets. They average 8.5 makes per ball game and put almost 23 per contest. 11-4 ECU. Wing left with the basketball is Avery Zinn. She lobs it over the top of the defense for Weber. They double team her and knock it out of her hands. So OBU will inbound with 17 of the shot clock.
You talk about Haley Weber improving every time we see her. That's one thing she needs to improve as a receiver. Grab the ball in traffic very strongly.
Time out on the floor, 4:08 to play. First period from Shawnee, 11-4 East Central. We're back in a moment on the Bison Radio Network.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
All OBU games are presented in part by OBU alumnus Noble McIntyre and his team of dedicated and effective personal injury attorneys at McIntyre Law. Along with Scott Wanish and John Zonlow in our Oklahoma City studios, I'm Todd Miller. 4:08 to play here in the first half, 11-4 East Central. They are 4 of 8 shooting, 3 of 6 from 3. OBU 1 of 4 and 0 of 1 from long distance. Carissa Price has a pair of free throws. The only other field goal came off the bench from Jenny Beebe. OBU's bench was fairly productive, 28 points. In fact, they outscored West Texas reserves by 2, 28-26, out in Canyon on Tuesday night. Engler to inbound, and the pass knocked away out of bounds from Kaylee Hurst. Schulte got into the passing lane. That took a second. 20 remain up on the shot clock. Now it'll be a corner throw in for Engler. It gets it to Kaylee Hurst. Hurst dances with the basketball left wing, back to Zinn out front, moves right to Engler on the wing. JC gets a screen, goes to Zinn. 5 seconds now to shoot for OBU. Zinn retreats backwards, now accelerates left on the paint and throws it away. Tried to force it to Weber and instead threw it to Leonard. OBU with their 4th turnover. Wing left, Alexis Lyons, who checked in during the break. Leaves it for Madison Reel. Reel lobs it to the high post for Schulte. She had the first points of the ball game. Back to Lyons, wing left. Quarter 3 is Crusoe. That one rattles off, no good. And the rebound to Oklahoma Baptist. 3.5 to play first period, 11-4 East Central. Out high with the basketball, Jenny Beebe gets it to Zinn, and a moving screen called against Beebe. Not much flow on that end. I'm pointing the offensive end, Wandog, of OBU.
And you talk about turnovers throughout the season, an offensive foul is a turnover.
That's already 5. East Central points off turnovers have a 5-0 advantage. Wing right, Schulte with it, trying to force it inside. It's broken up, and out of the pack with it is Zinn. Avery lobs it up ahead left side for Kaylee Hurst. Back to Avery Zinn. Zinn with it between the circles for Beebe, right side for Engler. Looking for Weber down low, they seal her off. Now it's Hurst who angles through the top of the circle, 14 to shoot. Quarter right with the basketball is Engler, backing her way into the paint. Leaves it back out front for Hurst, looking down low for Beebe and threw it over her head out of bounds.
Beebe had a nice seal down inside. Hurst tried to throw it left outside the block, but Hurst was more towards the basket.
OBU with turnovers in 3 consecutive possessions. They have 1 field goal and 4 points as we wind towards 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. Left side is Charlie Leonard. Leonard top of the circle to Alexis Lyon. Foul line right to Reel. Drives deep. Was challenged by Weber. She didn't block the shot. She altered it. OBU with a rebound as it came hot off the glass. Engler speeds into the front court, slows it down. Zinn with it right side. Out front for Beebe. Left side for Avery Zinn. Zinn between the circles to Hurst. Right side to Engler. Lobs it down low. Beebe backs down, spins, goes up with the left hand, hit the front of the rim. And Lyons has the rebound for East Central. Lady Tigers pressure to the offensive end. OBU gets back in the zone. Madison Reel settles into a half-court offense. Cross courts it for Schulte with 2 minutes to play in the opening period. ECU by 7 here in Shawnee. Top of the key with the basketball, Charlie Leonard to Lyons, left wing. They work the perimeter. In the corner with the basketball is Izzy Cummings. They work it again, right side. Lyons entry pass knocked out of bounds away from Cummings, and it was Weber that got her hand in the passing lane.
Well, that was a huge mismatch down inside the right block. Izzy Cummings is giving up over a foot to Haley Weber. Weber just reached over and tipped that pass away.
Cummings provides a lot of firepower, 13.5 points and 5.5 rebounds off the bench. All three of her appearances have come off the bench. Crusoe, a deep three right side, no. Rebound tipped, and Kaylee Hurst has it. OBU still down just 7 with 1:36 to play here in the first period, despite 1 of 5 shooting here early. Engler with the basketball, pivots with it above her head, right wing, sends it across the floor to Hurst. Hurst probes her way, left circle, gets it to Beebe, down low to Weber. They collapse on Haley. Haley kicks it out left side. Hurst drives, and a blocking foul is going to be called against East Central. That's against Hannah Ladd. And that'll be her first, just the second against the Lady Tigers here in the opening period.
Another blown opportunity for a bunny layup for Oklahoma Baptist. Weber did a nice cut to the basket. Jenny Beebe just threw the ball a little too high where she had to catch it underneath the baseline.
Hurst at the foul line, cleanly swishers down the first free throw. Kaylee's going to be a good one. 18 minutes, 5 points, 5 rebounds at West Texas. In her first year at Division II level, averaging 5 points. She misses the second free throw. OBU ends an 11-2 run by the Lady Tigers. Incidentally, East Central leading by 6. They have not scored in almost 3.5 minutes. 11-5 our score. 1:04 to play here in the opening period. Out high with it is Alexis Lyons. Lyons skips it across court. Stepping into the three, Crusoe. It rolls off. Weber with a rebound. Outlets now to Engler. Here comes OBU. Engler up the left side to a wide open Beebe down low, and she lays it in. How about the body control by Jenny Beebe?
Oh, great job by Beebe, and a quick pass by J.C. Engler right on the money.
That's 3 straight for OBU. They're within 4. Out high is Leonard. She'll fire a long 2, misses it, and a foul underneath is going to go against J.C. Engler. They're going to get her for hooking as she was trying to box out the East Central offensive player. That was Izzy Cummings. That's turnover number 3 now, or foul number 3 against OBU. Ladd, top of the circle, swings it right. Izzy Cummings. Cummings trying to force it to Leonard and stolen away by J.C. Engler. Engler will walk it across the big Bison logo center circle. 20 seconds to play here in the first period. It's a 4-point game. ECU, they led a moment ago 11-2. Engler with it right side to Weber, top of the circle. Left side, Kaylee Hurst. Hurst with it to J.C. 10 seconds to play in the period. Engler's pinched off, foul line right. Kicks it out. Avery Zinn runs it down. 5 seconds to go in the period. Zinn crosses over, now backs it out top of the circle. They're going to get a shot off. Beebe heaves one from well beyond the arc, but it was blocked that time by Alexis Lyon, and that's the way the period ends. OBU with a little bit of a run despite not shooting well in the first period, just 2 of 6. They forced the Lady Tigers to go scoreless over the last 4:02 of the first period. At the end of 1, it's 11-7 East Central. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball on the OBU Bison Radio Network.
Spending life wisely means taking small steps towards a life of love and impact. And we're here to inspire and empower you along the way. Spend life wisely. First United Bank.
Well, I looked at my score sheet wrong. 4:31, the drought for East Central. Their last basket came at 4:31 of the first period on a 3-point basket by Hannah Ladd. Welcome back to the Noble Complex. OBU basketball in the second. Bison trail it by 4. Starters back out there. Malou Savannah lobs it down low to Petra Ryder, who muscles up, missed it, gets her own rebound, pivots, goes back up and rattles it home. Andrea missed the first time but stayed with it and gets her first bucket.
And Petrarita was an easier shot the first time on the good pass by Savannah, but great extra effort hustle to get her own rebound and put it back in.
Schulte drives, pitches left wing side. They pull it out high to Real, swings it right. Ladd, deep three, right wing, rattles it home. Anna Ladd has hit 2 3-point baskets. She'd been 1 of 8 against Southeastern and Southwestern to start the year from beyond the arc. Tonight, she's 2 of 3.
Yeah, Coach Cole has a lot of faith in her to keep her shooting, and those were nice threes she took.
Wing left with it is Madison Chambers. That ends a scoring drought of almost 5 minutes. Chambers spins, drives left to the lay-in. Madison Chambers used the offhand, the left hand, and got the bucket. That's a great drive, and it's 14-11.
Yeah, she dribbled in the paint, backed up to the free throw line, fake spin pivoted, then went all the way to the rack.
Hannah Ladd to Schulte for 3. No, left circle. Petrarita with a rebound. Outlets to River Romine. She'll gallop into the front court from right to left. Now she leaves it for Carissa Price. OBU down 3, could tie with a triple in this possession. Left side, it's Savannah. Down low to Petrarita. Spins in, fall away jumper, rolls around and drops down. Andrea Petrarita with 4 straight. OBU has hit 4 of their last 5 for the floor. They're up to 44%. They're within 2 at 14 to within 1, 14-11. Yep. And a turnover at the other end. Carissa Price tips an entry pass away. That will be turnover number 6 for East Central.
Yeah, Petrarita with a lot of confidence inside. Used all the rim to make that shot fall, but she just grabs it in a turnaround jumper.
Malou Savannah, top of the circle. Gets it to Madison Chambers. She fumbles it, gets it to Petrarita, who hands it back to Mo. And we get 3 seconds in the paint called against Carissa Price. 7:59 to play first half, 14-13 East Central. Their biggest lead has been by a count of 11-4. OBU led early 2-0 on a pair of Price free throws they've never led since. Wing left with it is Real, skips it right side. Gabby Cummings out there for the first time. Back to Real, to Lyons on a bounce pass. She'll measure with 3 left circle. It rattles off. Petrarita has the miss. Andrea to Romine, clears it to the front court right side. Madison Chambers down low to Price. Got Lyons in the air, goes up and she's hacked. It's a great feed from Chambers from the wing right. And Price, who already has been to the line once, will go there for 2.
And Carissa Price created that passing lane by keeping the defender on her hip, had her left hand up, perfect pass by Chambers, got hit in the back for the 2 free throws.
Lyons with her first personal foul, team foul number 1 of the second period against ECU. Carissa Price, 2 of 2 at the foul line, cleanly hits the first. And the game is tied for only the second. Well, it is tied for the first time because it was 3-2 early. First tie of the contest at 14, and OBU leads at 15-14 with a pair of free throws. Carissa Price came into the contest with 517 career points here on Bison Hill. OBU 15, East Central 14. A great comeback by the Bison. Wing left with it is Kendall Schulte against the zone. Out front, Ladd. She'll fire a deep 3 from 22. No. And the rebound tipped out by Price, out of bounds into the Bison bench.
You think that was 22 feet? That was 25.
I think it's 22 feet behind the three-point
Oh, yeah,
line.
exactly. But you know what? Ladd is what's scaring me the most. Even that shot, as far as that was, hit in the neck of the rim, is still right on line.
East Central will inbound. Foul line left is Real. They had it stolen, and they're going to call a foul on Carissa Price. That'll be CP's first and the first of the second period against Oklahoma Baptist.
Those kind of fouls don't bother me because Carissa Price gets a lot of defensive touches and steals just like she did earlier in the game. Hit the basketball on a layup attempt off the Tigers' leg.
Madison Real inbounds to Lyons. Turn down a 3 at the top of the circle. Left side for Kendall Schulte. Now back out front to Real. Leaves it left side. He'll get it to Real. Drives in. Throws up a contested shot at back rims. Rebound poked out. Romine out of the pack with it. Up ahead, right side. Going to the goal, Madison Chambers feeds it to Petrarita. And a blocking foul called against East Central.
Nice.
Petrarita lucky that went an offensive foul.
Yeah, and I don't know why Andrea Petrarita went from left side of the lane all the way across on a perfect underhand dish by Madison Chambers. Just a reverse layup, or if she could do a jump stop underneath the goal.
Real with her first. Team foul number 2 against the Lady Tigers. 6:44 to go here in the first half. OBU leading 15-14. Malou Savannah with it, wing right. Out high to Romine. River to Petrarita, and she shuffled her feet.
Yeah, it might be a travel, but boy, these are some touchy calls and traveling, especially in the women's games that we've seen this season.
8th turnover for OBU. Points off turnover, still 5-0 East Central. Bison by a point. East Central into the front court. Hannah Ladd left through the paint, drives, had it knocked off of her leg out of bounds, and that should go to OBU, and it does. One official on the baseline was looking like he didn't know what happened. The official on the near wing said, nope, that's OBU basketball.
Yeah, I think there was a body in front of the lead official there where he wasn't 100% sure. That's good officiating looking. If you're not 100% sure, you look up to the C official, and he'll help you. Bison
on a huge run of 6-0 over the last 3 minutes. Shot in close, wouldn't go. Petra Ryder controls the window, and Andrea's going to the foul line. She was knocked hard to the floor, and Hannah Ladd has her second.
Andrea Petrarida, as we both know, is not very fleet-footed, but she is always in good rebounding position where the probability of the ball is going to come off the rim.
East Central in the first half, and we still have 6:11 to play, Wandog, before the break, has gone scoreless for over 7.5 minutes of this first half. 4:31 to end the first period. They're currently on a 3-minute and 18-second scoring drought here in the second period. It's when you have to make hay if you're OBU, and Petra Ryder cleanly hits the free throw.
And that's because the Tigers' inside game is non-existent. And that's even with two post players on the bench in Beebe and Weber for Oklahoma Baptist.
Andrea so much better than she was a year ago. Now 6 of 6 for the line. She has 6 points. The run extends to 8 straight. And Matt Cole, I thought he wanted a timeout. They're going to call a foul against Romine as she was guarding closely Madison Real into the front court. Second team foul against OBU, the first against River. East Central will throw in front of the Oklahoma Baptist bench. 6 minutes to play first half. OBU with their biggest lead of the night of 3. Down low with it is Leonard to a cutting Schulte who lays it in. That was a really well-executed play in there. They were able to get to the rim.
And that's exactly what they needed, is that inside game. Get the ball on the right block, then a cutter on the backside.
Chambers dances with the top of the circle. How about this stat, partner? 10-2 OBU points in the paint here in the first half. Romine throws up a runner underneath the foul line, misses it. Rebound to Gabby Cummins. Cummins brings it to the front court. Kicks it right side for Madison Real. Back to Gabby, left side. She fakes a cross-court pass. Now instead goes over the baseline. Good high-low action. They bounce it down low to Leonard. They collapse on her. Now the pass bounced to the foul line. Back out front it goes for Cummins. Cummins to Schulte at the high post. Wing right to Madison Real. She drives it. Had it stripped. Romine with the strip. Petra Ryder comes out of there with it. And then the pass knocked away out of bounds, and it was off of East Central out of bounds.
Well, that was a bailout. Nice job by Romine to poke that away, but then she tried to hit the outlet, flashing down across half court, and it was almost intercepted by a Tiger.
Avery Zinn comes back into the ball game, as does Jenny Beebe and Haley Weber. 5:05 to play in the first half. OBU by a point, 17-16. They've trailed by as many as 7 and led a moment ago by 3. Carissa Price with it, right circle. Puts the ball on the floor. Cross courts it for Beebe. Left side for Savannah. Now to Zinn. She spins in, kicks it out right side. Price with 7 to shoot. Looks up at the shot clock. Now side dribbles left. And an offensive foul called against Carissa. That's an easy call. The defender wasn't set, Scott, but Carissa threw that forearm.
Yep, she definitely did. But I think that could awaken Carissa Price, and Bo Overton's talking to her right now. She saw 7 seconds left on the shot clock. She just put her head down. She was determined to go to the basket. A little bit too much determination.
CP turns it over at her second personal. Timeout on the floor. OBU leads 17-16. We're back to Shawnee in a moment on the Bison Radio Network.
Jordan Klinger at McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of experience fighting for Oklahomans injured in automobile and semi-accidents. Distracted driving is an epidemic. According to government studies, 1 in 4 crashes now involve texting and driving. That's 1.6 million accidents caused each year by distracted drivers. If you have been injured and you want to know your rights, call us now. The consultation is free. We love what we do and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
4:43 to play here with the first half. OBU clinging to a 1-point lead over Vicinity Central 17-16. Let's step aside for stations down the line to identify themselves. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball on the Bison Radio Network. Tigers have it to the front court. Izzy Cummings, who just checked in during the timeout, handles it, goes over the left circle. They work it to the corner. Now back to Cummings out high. Hannah Ladd kicks it quarter right. Schulte's three is good. She made that right in the face of Jenny Beebe.
And Jenny Beebe has the height, and she just kind of stood there. Even though she's a post player inside the paint, she still needs a challenge on the three-point line.
East Central with full court pressure. OBU beats it. Savannah with it right side, hands it off to Zen, drives underneath the basket, try to cross court it. It's intercepted, but Schulte was staying to the baseline. So no exchange of possession, no turnover, 4:07 to play here in the first half, and Malou Savannah is going to come out of the lineup. Haley Weber will come back in. Engler is out there as well. JC to inbound, baseline left, lobs it in the backcourt, and it's run down by Avery Zen. 14 to the shot clock, 4 minutes exactly to play in the first half. Zen against that sagging man-to-man defense, sidesteps top of the circle. Left side to Kaylee Hurst, and she throws it away, looking for Weber down low. Weber's a tall girl, Scott. She's 6'5", but they're throwing it like she's 7 foot tall.
Yeah, sometimes they do throw it a little bit high, but on that one, I thought that Weber should have went deeper like that to go get that ball.
East Central won for the last 4, but leads by a bucket, 19-17. 3:44 to play here in the first half. OBU's gone scoreless now for more than 2 minutes and 40 seconds of this second period. Out high with it is Mackenzie Crusoe. They work it to the foul line, now dump it down low. Leonard goes up, the shot was blocked by Engler. The Karam to Hurst. Hurst up the right sideline. Now slows it down as she spins back middle of the floor. Between the rings with it is Beebe. Left side for Engler. JC leaves it into the hands of Avery Zen. To Hurst, to Weber. Down low to Beebe. She got free, and they're going to call her for 3 seconds in the paint.
That's three-second calls here on the collegiate level so far in this contest.
11 turnovers for OBU, 19 between the two. 19-17 our score with 3:11 to play here in the first half. Wing left with the basketball is Izzy Cummings. Out high for Mackenzie Crusoe. They work it right side to Leonard, drives baseline, cross courts it. Extra pass to Schulte for 3/4 left, and she got it.
And Jenny Beebe was late again, going out with this zone defense, getting out to the corner.
Schulte gives East Central a 5-point lead. Over the top, Hurst gets a pass, drives in, gets it to Weber down low, lays it up, and missed the bunny, but she's going to go to the line for 2. Those are the shots that Bo was talking to us in the pregame show that the Bison have got to learn to finish, the little bumps right at the rim.
Yeah, and that's part of Weber's improvement process, only being a freshman, 6'5" and slender, maybe a little bit more muscle on that frame, because East Central is really being physical with her down low.
Leonard with her first personal foul. Now Weber will go to the foul line for the first time in her collegiate career. And the 6'5" freshman from Stillwater hits the first. That ends a scoring drought of over 3.5 minutes in duration for the Bison. Second one is up. That one is rattled home. OBU has done well at the foul line. They've hit 9 of 10 here in the first half. They only averaged 12 points and a little less than 15 free throws attempted per ball game. 22-18 East Central. Schulte's had the hot hand, handles it right side. To Ladd against the zone to Schulte, lobs it to Leonard, back to Kendall. Schulte with it to Ladd, quickly swings it left. Cummings with the basketball. Almost lost it, gets it back. Now it goes to Ladd with 7 to shoot. They bounce it for Izzy, foul line left, takes a dribble, shoots, and Weber blocks the shot. Rebound Karam's right back to Crusoe, who knocks down a mid-range jump shot.
Great block shot by Weber, but it's just a fortunate bounce right to the shooter for the easy bucket.
One dog, does Weber get an assist and a block on that play?
It looked like it, like right in the breadbasket, wasn't it?
Open for 3, right quarter, is Kayla Highfill. That one won't go. And a loose ball foul called on the rebound against OBU. Avery Zen is called for her first. That's the 4th against OBU. Both teams with 4 fouls, so the next whistle with 2:02 to play in the half will result in free throws. Kayla Highfill was the leading scorer on Tuesday night at West Texas, 8 points in 15 minutes, 2 of 5 from 3. Highfill just became eligible last Tuesday, a graduate in December from Alva High School. Crusoe with the basketball left corner to Ladd. Puts up a deep three and got it. That should be a 4-point shot.
Yep.
She was so far behind the arc. Ladd and Schulte now have knocked down 3 trays apiece, and East Central has pulled out to a 27-19 lead. Weber gets a pass, goes to the basket, misses the layup, and the rebound to Alexis Lyons. She'll bounce it to Ladd, who veers into the front court. Left side to Real. Real with it to Crusoe in the corner, back out front to Ladd. To Schulte, Lyons at the high post, drives in, pitches left, 3 is an air ball. Wing left from Crusoe with a rebound is Kaylee Hurst. To Avery Zinn. 70 seconds to play here in the first half. Zinn dances with the basketball. Out front to Beebe, and a lot of pushing and shoving down low and a foul. The officials are going to get together. I think one has an offensive foul. I think the other has a defensive foul.
Well, Alexa Lyons is being very, very physical with Haley Weber inside, giving up, 5 or 6 inches in height.
Both teams being sent to the respective benches as the 3-man officiating crew will gather near the GAC logo below the foul line. This is big because if it's against East Central, OBU can go to the line, and they have made hay for the stripe. 9 of their 19 points in the first half have come from the charity stripe. OBU just 5 field goals and shooting 35% here in the first half.
I was ball watching up towards the top, but I could see out of my peripheral Haley Weber and Lyons banging into each other, but Weber was up on the high side, and she didn't throw an elbow, so it's got to be a defensive foul.
You were officiating today, right? And
yeah.
wasn't it a parent that you booted out that said you don't have any peripheral vision? Isn't that right?
Why didn't you call that?
I think he said he didn't have any vision at all. That's what it was.
Yeah, but I told him I could hear real well.
1:05 to play here in the first half, and now they're going to go across the way and go to the monitor on this. OBU scoreless for the last 141. They made just one of their last 5. East Central is on a 5-0 run over the last buck 41. And they've hit 3 of their last 4 from three-point range thanks to Kendall Schulte and Hannah Ladd. Looking forward to the men's game, OBU 1-2, taking on 1-1 East Central. Bison lost 65-49 at Southern Nazarene on Monday night. East Central last Saturday won at Southern Nazarene. The Tigers then lost thanks to a career-high 38 from Adam Dworsky down at Durant. That game was on Monday night as well. They've gone to the monitor, and now Bo Overton is out on the floor. He looks disgusted with what they're telling him.
Looks like they call an intentional foul, a flagrant foul on Haley Weber to me.
So Weber will get her first, and if it is a flagrant foul, there will be free throw shot. And that's exactly what's going to happen.
I guess she did throw an elbow. They saw it on the replay. It's a lot easier to officiate if you have a replay all the time.
So Weber is over on the bench right now. Madison Real will go to the free throw line for East Central. 1:05 to play. They must not have seen it as one official had one on East Central, the other on OBU. They must have been conferring before they went to the monitor about the severity of the foul, and they apparently decided it was a flagrant foul.
Yeah, anytime an elbow is thrown, that's going to be a flagrant.
First foul shot by Real is up and good. OBU better be very, very careful. This game's starting to slip away. I mean, this is not a team that is scoring in bunches right now, so you don't want to go down by 10 into the halftime break, but they trail by that now at 29-19 with 1:05 to play in the second period after Madison Real hit both free throws. ECU will get the basketball at midcourt. Kendall Schulte will do the honors. So many opportunities here with this first half, Scott, but we've said that now in the first 2 conference starts for this Bison team.
Yep. Blown layups, part of it is freshmen. Jenny Beebe and Kaylee Weber, both great potential freshman posts, just not finishing at the rim.
Real with it to Ladd, back to Real, top of the circle, 15 to shoot, and a blocking foul against Heifel, and that's going to be Kayla's first. Both teams are into the double bonus. This will be a 2-shot foul now for the Lady Tigers.
Kayla Highfield hit the floor there. Rail just kept dribbling. I don't know if that foul was warranted.
Real back rims the first free throw. She'll get one more. I know this. East Central has to like their position, leading by 10, perhaps 11 and a half, that they've gone scoreless for over 7.5 minutes combined in the two periods. Second free throw is good. Lady Tigers not a particularly great free throw shooting team. They only average 9.5 makes per ball game and shoot 63%. In the backcourt, Real giving Zen some problems. She lays it up, or lobs it up ahead to Highfield, who gets into the paint, lays it up, missed it. Petra Ryder with a rebound, falling back. Missed the kiss off the glass, but she's going to have two more.
There's another freshman that didn't finish right there, Highfield, but Petra Ryder covered for her and goes to the free throw line.
Crusoe with her first personal. Petra Ryder, who has 6 points to lead all Bison scores of the first half. Two of those from the foul line will go to the stripe for a pair. First one is up, and it's good. Andrea had 4 points, 3 rebounds, and made 2 of her 3 field goal attempts against West Texas Tuesday night in Canyon. Bison lost that one to the 22nd-ranked Lady Buffs, 74-50. Second free throw is up, and it's good. So foul shots, partner, all that's keeping OBU a part of this game right now.
Boy, it is. Petra Ryder, and whenever Carissa Price gets to the line, it's just dead on.
30-20 the score. 4 seconds difference in the shot and game clock. A quick trigger for the foul line, no good. Crusoe cutting through the paint, gets the rebound to Ladd. Now they can play for the final shot of the half. Ladd, a deep three straight on, misses short, and OBU will let it go out of bounds.
I like Ladd. She just pulls the trigger from downtown. That's 24 feet right there. Online again, just a hair short.
Is that you at the rec league?
I can score anywhere, yeah.
BB will inbound to Zen, back to BB. 8 seconds to play in the half, and the cross-court pass fumbled by Avery. Saved back in bounds to Real to the goal. Layup is good. 32-21, and that will do it on the first half of play. First half brought to you by Noble McIntyre and McIntyre Law and his team of dedicated and effective personal injury attorneys. 32-21, East Central at the break. We'll be back to recap it in a moment on the Bison Radio Network.
We can't walk in your shoes or work right beside you, but we can be here for you. In money, in life. We get it. We're on this path together. You and TFCU, Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Todd Miller, Scott Wanish, John Zonlow, our network crew tonight here from Shawnee and the Noble Complex at intermission. OBU down by 11, 32-21. And Scott, it's been the same old, same old. OBU just can't find the basket. A lot of those in close looks that wouldn't drop. Too many turnovers, already 12 in the first half, and points off turnovers 13-2 in favor of East Central.
That's the stat I looked at right off the stat sheet. The 13-2. Not giving up a lot of points, 60, 66, but 13-2 deficit there, -7 throughout the season. Something has got to turn around there, and there's three-second calls on Oklahoma Baptist in the opening half.
You know, it's really unfortunate because as we talked with Bo about in the pregame show, in a half-court defensive set, OBU's zone has been pretty effective. But you can't defend live ball turnovers all the time. And coming in, they were giving up OBU 66 points a game, 23 of those coming off their own mistakes. That's just right now where this program is and where they are offensively, entirely too much to overcome.
And a lot of times when you turn the ball over, it's a good break for the opponent to go the other way, and it's hard for the defense to set up as well. But a lot of those didn't happen today. A lot of them were 3 seconds, offensive fouls, bad passes or passes that weren't caught down on the baseline that went out of bounds.
Scott will be back with the first half numbers in a moment. At the break, East Central enjoys a 12-point lead, 32-21. This is Bison Basketball on the OBU Radio Network. Okay.
It's Oklahoma Baptist 32-21 in the opener and the Hudeberg Auto Group halftime show. Individually for East Central, Ella Schultz has not scored 0 for 1 from the field. Hannah Ladd, downtown Hannah Ladd, you might want to call her, because she's got 3 3-pointers, 3 of 6, all of her shots for 9 points. And there wasn't one that was inside 23 feet. Madison Reel, 2 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 from downtown, 3 for 4 from the line. She has 8 points. Kendall Schulte, 4 for 5 from the floor, 3 for 4 from outside the arc. She has 11 points. Reel also has 4 rebounds. Mackenzie Crusoe, 2 for 6 from the field, missed all 4 of her 3-pointers. She has 4 points, and that rounds out the 32 points scored by East Central. For Oklahoma Baptist, Melissa Southard has not scored, had a nice play down inside early in the game on defense to help OBU get a possession. Andrea Petrariada, 2 for 5 from the field, 4 for 4 from the line. She has 8 points. Carissa Price missed her only shot, a 3-pointer, 4 for 4 from the line for 4 points. Kaylee Hurst, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. She has 1 point. Jenny Beebe, the freshman post, 2 for 3 inside, 4 points. Haley Weber, 2 for 2 from the line. She has 2 points. And Madison Chamber made 1 of 2 field goals for 2 points for the 21 points, 32-21, where we stand here at intermission. As Todd Miller pointed out earlier, points from turnovers, ECU holds a commanding 13-2 lead over the Bison. But OBU leads 10-6 scoring in the paint. Second chance points, ECU 7, OBU 6 fast break points. The Tigers are up by a 5-0 count. Scoring on the bench, Oklahoma Baptist once again up 9-0 as they did lead in Canyon, Texas with points off the bench, 28-26. Well, that's where we stand here at halftime, 32-21, East Central over Oklahoma Baptist in the winning women's game at the Hudeberg halftime show. This is Bison Basketball on the OBU Radio Network.
Madison Real with the first possession of the second half for East Central. Gets deep, tried to drive in it. I think Petra Ryda had a block shot. OBU with a rebound. Andrea continuing to play exceptionally well here tonight. Bison down 11, moving from left to right across your radio dial here in the final 20 minutes of play. Bounce pass to Sutherland at the high post. She'll leave it to Petra Ryda, who bangs her way down the paint. They're going to call her for an offensive foul. That's her first. Second half brought to you by Sin Relief, helping you make a difference in your community and the world around, because when help and hope combined, lives are forever changed.
Petrarita with a huge block shot, the third of the game for the Bison. Also, J.C. Engler and Haley Weber have one, but then another turnover with the offensive foul.
14th turnover of the night for OBU. They bounce it out high. Caruso drives in, pulls up from 11. It hits softly off the front rim. Rebound to Carissa Price. Southern with it out high. Mo swings it to CP left wing, out high to Malou Savannah. Savannah right side to Rivers. High post right with it is Petra Ryder, and a bounce pass out of the reach of Southern, out of bounds.
You know, Southern could reach that bounce pass, but it was so hard and thrown down so hard from just 9 feet away, it's just hard to catch.
You know, you can't consistently turn the ball over, even a good team, and win basketball games at the rate OBU is. High post with it is Schultz, ripped it away from Petra Ryda. Now they work it into the arms of Real, who slices left and scoops it up and in off the window. First points of the second half belong to East Central. They build on their 11-point halftime lead to lead 34-21.
And Madison Real's a left-handed guard, and she only goes to the left side or shoots with the left hand. OBU defensive needs to recognize that.
Southern turns, missed the jump shot, and on the deck coming up with a rebound was Madison Real. They'll get it into Real's hands. Seems like she's been a native for 22 years. Left wing is Ladd, drives back door, goes up. Petra Ryda challenged it, forced her into an errant shot, and OBU has the window. Price across midcourt to Savannah right side. Underneath the Southern, drives from right to left underneath the basket. Gets it wing left to Romine, who drives in, and a blocking foul will be called against the Lady Tigers. It's going to be their first foul of the second half and the second of the ball game against Madison Real.
It's a good thing Madison Real clipped River Romine there, because River Romine kept dribbling out of control and would have had a charge otherwise.
Kaylee Hurst will come in, a transfer from NOC Enid. Was all-region honorable mention a year ago for Scott Morris, who since has left the program and is the head women's basketball coach at Stillwater High School. Before OBU can inbound, they're going to call a hold on Real, and quickly one of their best scorers in this ball game with 8 first-half points has her third foul. And you know what? That was a break, partner, because that count was getting really deep for Savannah to get the ball in bounds.
It is, and down 34-21 by 13. OBU has got to make a run now because, like you said before, they don't score in bunches.
Malou Savannah to inbound, native of Denmark, left side to Hurst. Kaylee to Price, out front to Petra Ryda. Petra Ryda to Hurst, who pops out left front court against that sagging, switching man-to-man defense. 7 to shoot. Price backs down, foul line right, whips it across the paint. Petra Ryda, drop step, layup, good! Between a double team, and she'll get it and one.
Petra Ryda strong with the basketball. As you said, she split 2 Tigers, and the foul was on Schulte. I think Schulte was just standing there with the hands straight up in the air, and she's looking at the official with my hands straight up in the air like, what did I do?
It was the first on Schulte, already 3 against East Central with 7:49 to play here in the third period. Petra Ryda had been perfect at the foul line, rattles that one in and out. OBU 11 of 13 from the stripe tonight, and they are within 11 again, 34-23. Down low with the basketball is Schultz. She'll turn, missed it, got her own rebound, goes back up, and missed it off the window again. Schultz was over the back, poked it away from Price, who then saves it in bounds to Malou Savannah. To CP, diagonally dribbles through the top of the circle. To Hurst for 3, no, left wing. Crashing was Southern for the rebound. Bodies on the deck, OBU saying it's their ball, and the officials say, nope, it's going the other way.
That was clearly off Melissa Southern. Southern did a great job. Coming from the left elbow, just charged in hard for that rebound. Hit it with her left hand and knocked it out of the bounds. The lead official on the baseline didn't know whose it was off of.
OBU is 5 for their last 21 from three-point range. They're 0 of 3 tonight. 7:10 to play here in the period. Wing left with the basketball is Crusoe. They bounce it to Schulte, top of the circle. Kendall tries to drive left, is cut off of the zone. Back to Caruso. Deep 3 right circle by Ladd is an air ball, and it will go back to Oklahoma Baptist.
Wow. Ladd's been on target all night, even with her misses. That miss left of the backboard.
That was a good 5 to 6 feet behind the arc out front. Yeah. 6:48 to play here in the third period. OBU with a triple. It would be their first, could get it to single digits. Southern backs down, spins, misses the layup, keeps the rebound alive. Petrarita goes back up, and Andrea is fouled. We were talking about off air, you and I both, about Andrea and the progress that she has made from her first season here at Shawnee.
There's no doubt about it, Todd. Petrarita is at least twice as aggressive as she was a year ago.
Ella Schultz has her second. Team foul for East Central. Free throws Petrarita on the backside of the timeout. 6:39 to play in the third. East Central 34, Oklahoma Baptist 23. Back after these messages on the Bison.
McIntyre of McIntyre Law. We have over 100 years of experience fighting for Oklahomans injured in automobile or semi-trucking accidents. Distracted driving is an epidemic. According to government studies, there are 1.6 million accidents caused each year by distracted drivers using cell phones. 1 in 4 of all crashes now involve texting and driving. If you have been injured and want to learn more about your rights, call us right now. The consultation is free.
We love what we do, and we're good at it. We are trial lawyers. Call McIntyre Law today.
You simply use TFCU's online services to earn a higher rate on your checking account balance. Also, if you're looking for the perfect gift for that OBU student, alumni, or fan in your life, visit shopobubison.com, the official online store of Oklahoma Baptist Athletics, for the best selection of officially licensed gifts, apparel, and much more, with proceeds benefiting OBU. Petrarita, who had made 4 straight at the foul line before missing her last, misses the first of 2 here. So the score for the time being holds at 34-23 with 6:39 to play in the third, and she missed them both.
And not even close. The first one was really short, and the second was really long.
OBU with some pressure in the backcourt. Crusoe gets the lob from the backcourt, and then it's going to be blocked and fouled by Carissa Price at the other end. So Carissa Price has now picked up her 3rd personal foul, and fouls have been something that has really been a bugaboo of hers in her 3+ years here on Bison Hill.
Well, she gets a lot of steals, a lot of defensive touches, and she was looking for the steal, trying to set up, got her feet crossed up a little bit, ran into the guard.
Schulte fumbles at right wing, 10 to shoot, 5:16 to play in the ball game's third period. Now down to 5 to shoot. Ladd straight on, bricked the 3, and Petrarita with a rebound. Hannah was again 2 or 3 steps behind the arc when she let that one fly. Still an 11-point lead. This thing has gotten ugly in the third period. Kaylee Hurst with it, foul line extended left wing in front of Bo Overton. To Savannah, right side of Price, down low to Petrarita. They rip it out of her hands as they triple-teamed her. Crusoe with a steal, goes all the way around Southern to the goal and lays it in with the left hand. Mackenzie Crusoe, the freshman from Choctaw, hometown of Scott Wanish, gets her first second-half basket, and Price is knocked to the floor and fouled at the other end. They're looking at Schulte. I think that's going to be her second.
There's no way Mackenzie Crusoe should have been able to do that. Rip that ball away, steal from Petrarita, who was triple-teamed. So you've got 4 Bison back, but Crusoe just dribbles by all 4 of them for the layup all the way coast to coast.
Andrea is out. Jenny Beebe will come in for the first time in the second half. She had 4 points off of the bench. First time she had not started a collegiate game, and that was by decision of Bo Overton, simply to shake the lineup up and allow her to play with Weber a little bit more. Carissa Price hits the first, second one is good, and she's 6 of 6 from the foul line. CP is yet to have a double-figure scoring game, so perhaps this foul shooting tonight will get her going. 5:36 to play in the third. OBU's cut it down to 12 again, 36-24. Wing right with it, Alexis Lyons. It's Crusoe. Crusoe gets a return pass, fires a deep corner 3. It's short, and Jenny Beebe has the rebound. Jenny corrals her second window of the night. Price will walk it into the front court. It's here for the taking. OBU's just got to make shots. In the second half, they're just 1 of 4.
And there's plenty of time here. Over 5 minutes left in the third quarter, just down 11.
Beebe slides left, throws up a runner, missed it, and an offensive foul.
Maybe
Boy,
a little
if there
bit.
has been any contact at all, they're calling it an offensive foul.
Just a little bit of acting there, falling by Hannah Ladd, falling back underneath the goal.
Beebe with her second, team foul number 4 against OBU. East Central already has been put OBU into the double bonus for the remainder of the period. Izzy Cummings with it out front to Caruso. McKenzie back to Schulte, top of the circle, 17 to shoot. Out high with it is Ladd, swings it right. McKenzie Caruso. Foul line right with it is Cummings. Takes a dribble, goes to the goal, misses the layup. Beebe tips the rebound. Southern falling out of bounds. Saved it, but it came back and hit her on the baseline.
I thought that ball hit the baseline before it hit the Bison player, but the official ruled otherwise. Tiger ball.
Timeout on the floor with 4:40 to play here in the third period. We're going to keep it right here with OBU on the short side of a 36-25 score.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies. All on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Door open. They have missed 6 of their last 7 from 3 and 8 of their last 9 for the floor.
OBU needs a spark, and I'm looking over at the bench, and I see Khalifa Ford. I think Bo Overton's looking forward to her and Jalen Stapleton coming back next week.
Arguably the 2 best players of the roster, and they will hopefully be back next week when Northwestern comes calling here on Thursday evening. Kendall Schulte will inbound for the black and orange-cladded Tigers. To McKenzie Caruso, left side to Ladd, back to Schulte. Left corner 3, no. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it should be OBU basketball. It is.
That basketball was tipped out of bounds by guard Izzy Cummings, but she really challenged Jenny Beebe a lot. Jenny Beebe did not get Cummings on her back for the blockout.
See if the Bison can get it to single digits. They trail by 11. Out front is J.C. Engler to Beebe, back to Engler. Between the circles, it's Madison Chambers. Down low, Beebe's turnaround jump shot won't go. Rebound to Kendall Schulte. She speeds middle of the floor, pitches right side. Caruso with it right side to Ladd. One dribble, funnels it across the paint to Kendall Schulte. High post to Caruso, back to Schulte. Left side to Caruso, drives in, had it knocked free. It's stolen by Carissa Price. Price up ahead to Engler. Engler took a step, got by with it, going to the basket, throws it to nobody, and it's out of bounds.
Well, Kaylee Hurst did a good job poking that ball away to Price for the steal, but she didn't collapse to the basket when Beebe came to the other side, drew the defender to her, bounced the ball underneath the right block and didn't reach it.
Alexis Lyon comes in. Hannah Ladd goes to the bench. Caruso brings it to the front court for East Central with 3:45 to play here in the third. 36-25 your score. Lions with it right front court. Out high to Caruso between the circles to Schulte, foul on extended left wing. Elbow left, it's Lions. Pivots, cross courts it. Caruso drives in, jump passes, or that's not Caruso, but
Izzy Cummings.
Instead it's Izzy Cummings, and she knocks down to 3.
And being uncovered like that on the right wing, she just set her feet in dead center.
39-25, Engler with the basketball. Down low to a wide open Price. Takes a dribble as they cover her up. Now to Beebe. Right circle with the basketball is Chambers. Draws contact, goes to the goal, misses it, gets it back, and throws it up and in. Good job, Madison. She's got 4 off the bench tonight. 3 minutes to play here in the third.
Madison being really strong with the basketball, missing her first shot, determined to get her own rebound for the putback.
Beebe anticipates a bounce pass and steals it away at the other end. That'll be turnover number 10 for East Central. OBU, though, has just 2 points off Lady Tiger mistakes tonight. Price with it between the circles, angles right, hands it off. Kaylee Hurst veers left on the wing with it is Chambers. Pump fakes, drives baseline, and a foul. That's a ticky-tack foul against Izzy Cummings. That's her first.
I guess Carissa Price went by Izzy Cummings, and I guess Cummings pushed her a little bit in the back. I didn't see it.
It's going to be actually Chambers that will be at the foul line. Madison scored the last basket with 2. Here she can all of a sudden get it back down to 10, and the first one is up, and it spins off no good. OBU, the one thing they have done really well is shoot free throws. 82%, among the best of the conference at the start of play tonight. Second free throw is good. They had not made a free throw in 4 attempts in the second half before that make, after hitting 11 of 12 in the first half.
And this is on their home floor as well. Usually the home team is used to the background shooting free throws.
Wing left is Madison Reel to Lyons. Top of the circle to Schulte. Swings it right. Izzy Cummings to Lyons, top of the key. 12 to shoot. Schulte running the baseline is Cummings. She'll cross-court it for Lyons, who pulls it down, throws up a runner, and banked it in from 11 left angle.
Very athletic shot by Lyons. She put the ball on the floor just outside the right block while she's falling forward, high off the glass.
Actually, for the right angle, Beebe with it left side to Hurst. Hurst down low to Chambers, or Price. They collapse on CP. She kicks it back to Kaylee. Hurst one dribble, top of the circle to Engler. Engler against the man-to-man, guarded out front by Schulte, gets into the hands of Chambers, and an offensive foul called. They're looking at Jenny Beebe, and that's going to be the freshman's third. You notice it's been the same official that's called the offensive foul almost every time.
Yeah, anytime a Tiger falls back, it's offensive. But, you know, they were right that one time they looked at the replay and they got Haley Weber for an elbow.
41-28, a minute 40 to play here in the third period. Schulte skips it right side. Cummings, top of the key. And Reel banging her way towards the paint is going to be fouled.
By Kaylee Hurst.
Yep, and that's going to be her second.
Too bad Bo Overton can't throw a challenge flag in some of these fouls.
Yeah. This game has lacked enough flow as it is. It's been tough.
But Oklahoma Baptist is still within 13 points. A minute 34 left. Get like a 5-point run here, but going in, get some momentum going into the fourth quarter.
Foul shot is up, and it's good. Yep, the Bison still hanging around despite the fact they're at 31% shooting, 7 of 22. In the second half, they're 2 of 7. Second foul shot, back rims, and Beebe runs down the rebound. Then she's bumped, and it goes out of bounds. No foul. They pointed the way of OBU, and now I think they correct it and say it's East Central.
Yeah, sometimes when you're an official, you'll point the wrong way. He had the call right, but it looked like Beebe had a lot of contact on her.
No, he didn't get the call right. He stood right there and watched her get knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
1:31 to play. That's why I thought he was going to go ahead and give OBU the basketball.
Yeah, and that would be a better officiating. If he missed the foul, you just say, okay, give him the ball.
Reel left side to Schulte, a minute 19 to play. Lyons for 3 left side, no. Beebe down high for the rebound. She took that down with authority. Engler will slow it down across midcourt. JC veers to the right side, now works left of a screen from Price. Looking for Hurst, who's covered up. They go wing left to Chambers. Good pass down low to Beebe, who pivots. Had it knocked free, bodies on the floor. Knocked out by Cummings. Schulte has it. Schulte all the way to the goal for the layup.
Great play by Izzy Cummings, hitting Beebe with the ball. Beebe had the ball above her head. Cummings with the left hand popped it out and got it to her teammate.
44-20, Central. Wing left with it is Chambers. Madison to Kaylee Hurst, top of the circle with the left hand, drives down the paint. Gets it to Beebe, didn't expect it, and it caroms right back to Kaylee. 13 to the shot clock, under a minute to play now here in the third period. Engler with it, wing left. Gets it to Price, right of a screen from Engler. They cover that up. Now they cross-court it to Hurst. Hurst loses it, gets it back, falling away, throws it up, and a foul. And that was nothing more than a desperation heave with the shot clock at 1.
What a bailout there.
Cummings with her second personal foul. And we'll see Kaylee Hurst go to the free throw line. She is one of 2 from the line. That miss in the first half was the only miss by a Bison, and her first miss this season for the line. First one was up and good. Kaylee's sister Hillary played at Northwestern up until this past season. That one is good, and OBU gets it back to 44-30. Bison with full court pressure. They easily beat it. Cummings in transition, uses a circular dribble, middle of the floor. Now we'll get in the hands of Madison Reel. Shot clock is off for the Lady Tigers with 12 seconds to play in the third. Reel with it, foul not extended, gets a screen from Lyons, bounces it to Schulte. 5 seconds to play in the period. They cross-courted for Cummings for three. That one back rims. Hurst with the rebound as time expires. 10 minutes left in this one from Shawnee. 44-30 East Centrals. We go to the fourth on the Bison Radio Network.
We look to shape our world. It'll be people who know how to think with their heads and their hearts. People who understand that faith is not the enemy of education, but its partner. More than book smart, more than business smart. They are wise in their whole being.
We are future shapers.
Learn to live well and lead well in God's world. Be a future shaper at OBU.
And Southern start the fourth period for OBU. Bison down 44-30 here at home with 10 minutes to play. Engler with it to the front court left, to the wing to Southern. Melissa cross-courts it to JC. Engler with the basketball. Pivots, puts it on the floor, and a foul against East Central. Crusoe will pick up the reach, and that's going to be her second. OBU has made 16 of 21 from the foul line. They have only made 7 field goals and are shooting 31% tonight. They're having some problems with the shot clock. They put 30 up there. It should reset to 20, and now they get that right with 9:52 to play in the ballgame. Engler to inbound. Right wing side for Savannah. Malou to Price, top of the circle. Out high to Beebe. Beebe backs her way down. Needs some help. Underhands a pass to J.C. Engler. 11 to shoot. They skip it to Melissa Southern, left wing. To Price on the block. She lost it, but is fouled. And quickly, 2 fouls against the Lady Tigers to start the period. That's on Gabby Cummings.
That might have been a foul on Cummings, but that's a bailout. East Central's doing a great job on the blocks, triple teaming the ball.
Bounce pass from Engler, knocked away from Beebe, and then Jenny commits a blocking foul. That's her fourth. Bo Overton patiently looking on with his legs crossed and his arms folded. This is an evaluation period for the first-year OBU head coach.
And just what he said when he talked to us in pregame, he's going to play some players together to see how they mesh. And you notice he's been substituting by 5s.
At the other end, a foul called against OBU's J.C. Engler for a reach. That's her second. We have played 35 seconds of the fourth period. There's already 4 fouls up on the board, 2 each way. Schultz gets the inbounds pass to Cummins out front. Left side, open 3. Crusoe got it. Caruso knocks down three-pointer number 9 for East Central. They average 8.5 per ball game, and they're pulling away now, leading 47-30. Wing left is Southern. Top of the circle, Engler. Right side for 3, Price. She still does not have a three-pointer this year. Ball tipped around, bodies on the floor, and a foul called against the Lady Tigers.
And the Bison don't have a three-pointer in this contest. That's just something hard to really overcome when you're getting outshot by three-pointers. East Central was 7 of 18 from downtown at intermission.
Ella Schultz called for her third personal foul. That's the 32nd foul in this ball game. Make that the 33rd foul. 17 against East Central and 16 against OBU tonight. 5 already, and we've played 1:05 here in the fourth period. Savannah gets the inbounds pass. Right corner, dribbles up to the wing. Malou dumps it down low with a block. Southern draws a double team. Cross courts at Beebe's open 15-footer. No good as it hit the rim. High into the air for the rebound for East Central is Crusoe. Crusoe works top of the circle. Now bounces it to Schultz inside the arc. Wing left to Madison Reel. Down low for Schultz, and she traveled.
Good defense by Jenny Beebe. Hands straight up in the air, then had no place to go for Schultz.
Jenny has to be careful. She's out there with those 4 fouls.
I think Bo Overton's just keeping her out there. When she fouls out, here comes Haley Weber.
8:18 to play in the ball game. Todd Miller, Scott Wanish with you here from Bison Hill at the Noble Complex in Shawnee. Carissa Price angles right, dribbles stationary, turns the corner, whips it across the floor. Engler, a good look at a 3. Bang! It took 8:14 remaining to the ball game for OBU after 4 straight misses to connect finally from three-point range.
And they're still alive. Down 14 points, 8 minutes left.
Lions drives, had it knocked free. That may have thrown her shot off. She was wide open from point-blank range, missed it. The Bison with a window. Engler brings it down the floor, left side to Price. Down low to Southern. Layup, good. 5 straight for OBU, and they're within a dozen at 47-35.
Quick pass to Price on the left wing. Petrida had the defender pinned on her back, went up firmly for the bucket.
Hannah Ladd with a basketball. That was Mo Southern with the basket. Down low, they bounce it to Lyons. Lyons whips it across the floor. Ladd for 3, misses that one strong. Rebound tipped by Price. It's out of bounds, and it should be East Central basketball, and it is.
Why didn't Savannah pick that ball up? It's bouncing right in front of her. I tell you, one thing about Ladd, Hannah Ladd, she lit it up. She was 3 for 6 from way downtown in the opening half. Sometimes when you switch goals, I don't know if it's just a light out on that end or something, but she is not even close on her three-pointers in the latter half.
Lady Tigers will inbound a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Their lead is down to 12, 47-35. Ladd with the ball between the circles for Crusoe. Right wing side for Schulte. Back to Rio, who drives into the paint, and an offensive foul called against East Central. Madison Reel with her 4th.
Great job by Carissa Price. Saw Madison Reel grab that ball just inside the top of the key. Got position in the middle of the lane, and she's feeling her solar plexus there.
7:08 to play in the ball game, 47-35. OBU has trailed by as many as 17 here in the second half. They're within 12 with the basketball. Southern gets a lob pass, kicks it out to Beebe. Beebe slot right, drives, knocked to the floor. She gets it out to Savannah. Malou drives in with contact, throws it up, and an offensive foul. That's the second against Malou Savannah.
That's almost impossible, statistically impossible. When the Tiger just flops on the floor on her backside, automatic. You see that on the floor, then it's offensive foul.
6:51 to play in the ball game. Bo Overton up with his hands on his hips, and he is pacing in front of the OBU sideline, chewing the ear off of the official as he runs down the floor. Lions with it, left side to Ladd of the Tiger forecourt. Between the rings with it is Cummins. Izzy to Lyons down low, spins, shoots over Beebe. Good defense by Jenny with 4 fouls, forced her into a tough shot. CP with the glass. Now brings it to the front court, picks a dribble up, and out pops Savannah right side. Bounces it for Beebe down low, draws a double team. They whip into the corner. Now Price bounces it again to Jenny. She throws it up, and a foul called against Lyons. Alexis Lyons has her second. I'm going to tell you, I had my heart in my throat there.
Yeah, because when the post players get the ball down against East Central's defense, they're coming in triple teaming on each block. Great job by Jenny Beebe on both ends of the floor. On Alexis Lyons, she had her hands straight up, forced an altered shot that missed the rim.
Jenny Beebe hits the first free throw. She has her 5th point. That's right at what she's averaging, 5.3 in 3 previous starts. And by design tonight to get her more floor time with Weber, Jenny Beebe came off the bench, hits the second. It's a 10-point game, 47-37. You know what? This is sheer heart. Scott, because you're shooting 34% and have 37 points, and yet you're in a ball game.
Big free throws hit that, and I think I know what you meant by being scared when Beebe pivoted into the defender, thought maybe she'd take a flop for another offensive foul.
Izzy Cummings, a bounce pass to Schultz, almost stole it away. Out high with it is Leonard, down low for Lyons, and she'll lay it in. It's a way to attack pressure.
Right past Melissa Southard. I was watching Southard's eyes. Look, I thought she was going to pick that ball off down the deep of the lane. She had her hand up, didn't even get a hand on it.
Left quarter for three. Bang! That's J.C. Engler, who's hit 2 threes off of the bench tonight, and all of a sudden it's 49-40.
J.C. Engler is the spark, that first three-pointer, to get the Bison to still be alive despite shooting in the 30 percentile.
Sometimes all you have to do, Scott, see it go in the hall. Down the paint goes Charlie Leonard, misses the runner. It was off the front rim, and OBU has the glass. They can cut into a 9-point deficit that's been as many as 17. Beebe gets the lob pass, puts it on the floor, stripped out of bounds. It'll stay with OBU.
Another good play by Jenny Beebe. With the left hand, she goes up and grabs the ball. The defender from the backside tried to poke it out, but she was strong with the ball before it was knocked out of bounds.
OBU back in the ball game over the last 3:57 thanks to a 10-2 run. Bison have hit 3 of their last 4 from the floor, 2 of those from 3 thanks to J.C. Engler. Engler handles it out front, now to Jenny Beebe. To Engler, who was wide open as she cut back door, and Beebe throws it out of bounds. And Bo Overton and I are doing the exact same thing. We have our hands behind our head.
You know, part of that's the receiver, because Beebe lobbed that pass where the receiver can run underneath the ball. Engler did not look back for the ball soon enough.
Leonard to Lyons, top of the circle. They swing it left. Hannah Ladd with the ball. Kendall Schulte with the left hand, drives down the paint, throws up a runner, won't go. Another rebound, that's Engler, and she tripped over Kendall Schulte, and Schulte, who was on the floor, is going to pick up the foul.
Good rebound by Beebe again, pulls it down with both hands. Schulte's laying on the ground. That would, by rule, is a blocking foul, but it looked like Beebe dribbled and then dribbled back into Schulte, and that was really a questionable call
Third
as well.
foul on Kendall Schulte, 5th against East Central. Free throws when we return. With 4:53 to play, East Central's lead of 17 is down to 9, 49-40. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball on the Bison.
Makes a chicken sandwich spicy. Fiery sauces, crazy hot toppings. Nope, it's all in the marinade. The heat and the flavor must come from within. Good thing there's the new limited time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
That rebound was the 5th for Jenny Beebe to go along with 6 points. She's 2 of 5 shooting. Beebe with 22 minutes played tonight. She's one of 3 that have played over 20 minutes. The other, Carissa Price, with 25, and Malou Savannah with 21. So Beebe goes to the line. First one is up, and it hit the heel of the rim.
Beebe made her last 2 on the previous trip to the line.
Second free throw by Jenny Beebe. The State performer out of Kingfisher is up, and it's good. Pinballed around, but stayed to the cylinder. And back in comes Madison Reel. Reel re-enters with 4 fouls. The lead down to 8. It's been as many as 17. East Central has missed 5 of their last 6 from the floor. 4:53 to play in regulation. Lions with it left wing. High post left is Reel. Touches it out high for Schulte. Too strong. Southern tips the rebound. Lions try to save it in bounds, and a foul called against OBU. You cannot tip the ball. You have to grab it. And it cost OBU a foul and possibly 2 free throws.
Exactly, Todd. And East Central's doing Oklahoma Baptist a favor. They're not crashing the boards. A lot of times on the shot, East Central is running back with all 5 players.
OBU, though, a decided advantage off the glass, 32-23. That's actually the fourth foul against the Bison of the second half. Madison Real with it out front to Ladd. Top of the circle to Schulte. Back to Real. Madison top of the key to Lyons. 9 to shoot for East Central. Leonard with it, wing right with the left hand, gets to the top of the circle. Jump passes left side to Lyons. Into the paint she goes and knocks down a 12-footer. That's a huge basket for Alexis Lyons, who had 12 points in the win at Southeastern. She has 6 tonight, and the lead is 51-41.
That's one that Alexis Lyons, she practices in the driveway.
Another offensive foul called against J.C. Engler. They called her for a push-off, and that's her third.
Well, they're consistent about it, that's for sure.
4:04 to play. Mama said if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Leonard with it. Foul line extended left wing to Ladd out front. Down the paint she goes. Shot was blocked by Beebe. Ladd digs it out. Now bounces it out left side. That was actually Leonard that got the rebound. Bounces it to Ladd. Out high to Real. They swing it left. Three-pointer as a brick from Hannah Ladd, but the caroms right to Kendall Schulte. And they'll get a fresh 20 on the shot clock. 3.5 minutes to play in the ball game. It's a 51-41 East Central lead. Madison Real with it, right wing. Jump passes across the floor. Going to the goal, Ladd. Hits the bottom of the backboard of the scoop shot. Bison with the window. Got to hurry now with 3.5 to play. Wing right, Malou Savannah. Jenny Beebe still out there with 4 fouls. To Price, left wing. Back to Savannah, right side. They get it to Engler, down low to Beebe, to JC. She's hit 2 threes. This is run off the circle, now leaves it out front. Southern sets a screen. Savannah works right of it, now goes to Engler for 3. It's an air ball, and Southern was boxed out and could not get into position to try to save it back in.
Kendall Schulte, what a box out, as you said. The Bison tried to fight through that so hard to get that, and Schulte just kept the Bison on her back.
Timeout on the floor, 2:59 to play, second half. OBU's down 10. We're going to keep it right here and remind you that P&K Equipment is a premier John Deere dealer, proudly serving customers across Oklahoma and Arkansas through their 18 locations, including the OKC, Tulsa, Springdale, and Fort Smith metro areas. For more details, visit them online at pkequipment.com. This year, Tinker Federal Credit Union is celebrating 75 years of TFCU and you, helping members achieve their goals and realize their dreams since 1946. Game 2 coming up. East Central, Oklahoma Baptist. Last year, OBU won in overtime by 3, 99-96 here at the Noble Complex. Jason Aker 2-0 head-to-head against the Tigers since taking over in this building, but by a combined 13 points. They've been hard-fought battles every time they have played. Tigers back into the front court. Madison Real turns the corner, gets to the goal, shoots high off the window, and drops it in.
Dribbled past 3, Bison for the layup.
2:45 to play. It's 53-41 East Central. Engler spins left circle, goes on the wing. Price for 3. Got it! Maybe that'll get Carissa Price going. I said she hadn't made a 3. That's her second. Price tonight is now 1 of 3 shooting from beyond the arc. She's 2 of 11 for the season. Real is wide open right circle, comes up short. Southern with the rebound. I don't think that's the quick trigger that Matt Cole was hoping for.
No, especially with only 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. That's a favorite OBU.
53-44. Beebe inside the arc out high. Lobs it for Southern. The ball knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by Madison Real. And from up here, and we're sitting at the crow's nest, it almost looked like that Mo touched it last.
But I think Madison Real got away with about 3 fouls, just banging Southern underneath all day long.
Price to inbound. Carissa having her best game of the season. Inbounds to Savannah right side. Engler to Beebe out high. Jenny looking down low. Hands it to Price. Straight on for 3. Got it! I'm telling you, when she hits 1, she'll hit 2 or 3, and she's hit back-to-back bombs. And OBU is within 53-47. 1:52 to play in regulation. Cummins right side. They swing it through the top of the key to Schulte left wing. 1:45 to play, 17 to shoot. Out high, Ladd with the basketball. To Leonard. Charlie's run off the arc. Gets it to Ladd. Right circle for 3. It's short from Mackenzie Crusoe, and OBU has the rebound. Down just 2 possessions, 53-47. Price will attack, goes to the goal. Layup is good, and she'll get it and one. Holy Toledo. Carissa Price taking this game over.
If she makes this free throw, that's 9 straight individual points, 9 straight points scored in the contest.
She has 14, looking for her 15th point that would reduce it down to a 3-point game. 50-49 with $1:29 to play. This is what Bo Overton told us he was hoping for from CP before the game started tonight.
2 3-pointers and a chance for a conventional 3-point play right here.
CP 6 of 6 at the line, make it 7 of 7 as she hits that one. Good job, Carissa Price, 53-50. 1:26 to play in regulation. Madison Real gallops into the front court. Left side to Ladd. Schulte calls for it, gets it inside the arc, fires a long 2 and got it cleanly.
Jenny Beebe did not challenge that shot from 17 feet.
Schulte has just hit big shot after big shot. 55-50, 1:07 to play in the ball game. Price with it, right side to Savannah. Malou turns the corner, goes to the goal. Alexis Lyons knocks it out of bounds. He'll stay with OBU with 61 seconds to play and 20 on the shot clock.
Great backside help defense by Alexis Lyons. She was laying back in the lane. Malou Savannah thought she had a layup. She came over for the block.
Carissa Price to inbound, baseline right to Savannah. Out front to Engler. She's had a couple of threes in the second half. Now to Beebe to Price off of a screen. That one rolls off from 21 straight on. Tigers with a rebound, a little bit of separation in a 2-possession game with 48 seconds to play. Left side Schulte. Kicks it to Lyons. Whips it across the floor, right wing to Real. Between the circles to Ladd, back to Kendall. Kendall Schulte tonight, 15 points and 4 rebounds to go along with 3 assists. Wing left with the basketball. Real tries to get in the paint, can't. Goes to Lyons, back to Real. Long 3 is an air ball. Underneath for the stick back is Schulte, and that may do it. Of course, it's Kendall Schulte that gets the offensive rebound, and we get a timeout on the floor. Schulte has hit 2 big baskets after OBU admitted a 1-possession game. 57-50 is the score, and there's a timeout with 25 seconds to play.
Air ball from the 3 from the left side. The backside rebounding, Jenny Beebe and Melissa Southard were up the lane. Southard got inside them, out just underneath the right block for the rebound.
Bison have bounced back here in this fourth period after a 2-for-7 shooting start to the second half. They've hit 6 of their 11 shots here in the second half. OBU is down 7 with just a few seconds remaining. Yet they are out shooting East Central 39% to 34%.
It was
when they put the 3-ball in, it was said to be the equalizer, and it has been the big equalizer here tonight.
And J.C. Engler hit the first 2 threes for OBU during the game. When Price hit that should get Engler a good open look here coming up.
Price to Beebe, 22 seconds to play, backs down, hands it off to Malou Savannah with the left hand, gets deep, goes to the goal. Contact, lost the handle, it's off of a Tiger out of bounds. With 18 seconds to play, obviously the shot clock is off, but that's nothing OBU's worried about. They've got to get a quick basket down now 3 possessions.
Bo Overton wanted a foul there. He was right there talking to the official.
OBU still 3 for their last 4. Price, who has the only mystery of that string, gets the inbounds pass. Out front to Engler, to Beebe, to Savannah. Falling away, misses a 3 from the top of the key. Lyons with a rebound. 5 seconds to play and a foul against Carissa Price, and that's her 4th. Bo Overton wanted this game. He said that his niece is one of the assistants for Matt Cole. Bo grew up in Oklahoma City, then lived in Norman. They moved to Ada as a family when he was in 8th grade. I asked him before the game, I said, did you grow up going to a lot of East Central games? He said, I never missed one, even in high school. He said, I went into the locker room a lot of times, Jerry Anderson and then Wayne Cobb's teams, because he had a buddy that played at East Central. He said, we would even come watch the Tigers here in Shawnee. So, you know he wanted to win this one tonight, but it's not going to happen.
And it looks like he's going to have to buy his niece dinner.
Yeah. How about that? Real misses both. OBU the rebound. Immediately a timeout called by Bo Overton. 57-50. OBU down by 7 to East Central. And this has been just a microcosm. And Bo's out there on the floor, and he is really upset with the officials. He has not been this demonstrative all season long. He is chewing and pointing to the other end. Brendan Siegler, who played at OCU and was an assistant with Bo there, the assistant here at OBU, is handling the in huddle duties.
He's not wanting to stop till he gets a technical. I think he's just trying to motivate this team going into next week.
Well, it gets no easier. Southwestern in Weatherford ranked 21st nationally. Southwestern is head and shoulders above what it would appear the rest of the conference, at least to this point. It's still early, but another really, really good team out there in Weatherford. Melissa Southern will inbound the basketball, and we'll get a timeout. And Bo Overton wants to advance the ball into the front court. The second half has been brought to you by Send Relief here on the Bison Network, and he's still out there barking at the officials.
Attorney Jordan Klinger at McIntyre Law. Recently, the FDA requested manufacturers withdraw ranitidine drugs commonly known as Zantac. Zantac has been found to potentially cause cancer in the bladder, colon, throat, nasal cavity, kidneys, liver, lungs, pancreas, prostate, stomach, and testicular cancer. If you have taken Zantac, you may be entitled to compensation.
Call us at 405-917-5200 or visit us online at mcintyrelaw.com. Download
Copenhagen, Denmark to inbound directly in front of us, down below. We're on the north side of the Noble Complex, up at the Crow's Nest, socially distanced.
We're up here. It's a lot colder up here than it was last week.
It was. Savannah cross courts it to Engler, hesitates, fires a three. It's short. Rebound underneath the reel, going to the floor, bounces it to Lyons, and that'll do it. It's Leonard that handled the bounce pass. East Central now 10-1 since 2016 against OBU. They win it 57-50 here tonight in Shawnee. And our postgame show is coming up next. The second half has been brought to you by Send Relief, helping you make a difference in your community and the world around, because when help and hope combine, lives are forever changed. Postgame show coming up next on the Bison Radio Network.
Let me tell you a story about a woman who walks miles to carry undrinkable water to her family. Let me tell you about the water everywhere, but not a drop to drink after a hurricane. I'll tell you about people, millions of people, who find themselves in a strange land far, far away. And I'll tell you a story about a farmer whose family and finances are being starved by drought. And how, on the other side of the world, there is a family starving for nutrients in a food desert. I'll tell you the tale of a trafficked teenager waiting to be assaulted again tonight, and again, and again. And how once upon a time, there was a child who would go to sleep without a bedtime story because that child didn't have someone to read them a bedtime story. It wasn't just once upon a time. It was hundreds of thousands and even millions upon a time. But that's not where the story has to end. Together, as Southern Baptists, we can rewrite the story. Together, we can become an unstoppable force of hope. Together, we can respond. Together, we can meet needs across the globe. Together, we can change lives in our own communities. Together, we are Send Relief.
contest, 13-3. For the Noble Complex, Todd Miller, Scott Wanish, as we get ready for the post-game interview with Bison head coach Bo Overton. Joining us from the floor, Coach. Doggone it. A lot of good things again tonight, but you just buried yourself with a ton of turnovers and too many points off those mistakes again.
You can hear me up there, can't you?
I can, yes, sir.
All right, great. Yeah, I just really felt like, you know, there was a 5-minute stretch right before halftime where they outscored us about 16-4, and that was basically the key to the game. And a lot of that had being loose with the ball a little bit, and then I thought, you know, in the second half we made a couple more shots, kept attacking, got the ball inside, and East Central really shot it well. You know, when you shoot the ball as good as they do, we can't give up easy baskets. And, you know, we got a technical foul on one of our players. That gave them 2 points in the ball. Had a couple people fall down and give them layups. So, you know, we just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep playing hard, and I just like the way we fought there at the end today.
Bo, let's talk about something that's very positive, because you addressed this with us before the broadcast. You said, I've got to have more out of CP. She's one of my best players. She's a senior. She's been through the wars. Tonight, I think she really, especially in the fourth quarter when you were able to cut into that deficit and get it to a one-possession game, really answered the bell.
She really did, and remember, she played 4 positions tonight.
Yeah.
You know, she brought the ball up some, played inside some, played the wing some. So we've got to have her play well, and she did tonight, and hope that gets her going.
You know, J.C. Engler had 6 points, but she really kind of got the lid off the basket. It seemed like everything loosened up from an offensive standpoint beyond the three-point arc when Engler got a couple to go from deep.
That's right, and, you know, she does so much other good things for us. She's a physical, tough player that'll rebound it, and really glad to see her get in and mix it up a little today and play well.
Okay, you put Weber out there. She got the technical foul, did not return. You had Beebe out there. I like that lineup. I think it's got a chance to be good for you going forward, don't you?
Well, they did, and it's, you know, we've looked at it a little bit before, but I thought tonight, you know, they really played well, played well together, and, you know, that's what we're looking for right now is, you know, what 5 or 6 or 7 players can play well together, and that group kind of did it tonight.
Appreciate the comments. See you in Weatherford on Saturday.
All right, thank you.
Bo Overton, first-year head women's basketball coach at OBU, visiting with us on the post-game show. His team falls to 0-4, 0-3 of the conference, 57-50 the final score. And, Scott, as you peruse the stat sheets, anything besides, obviously, the turnovers that come to mind?
Well, you always talk about the improvement of Andrea Petriada. She also had 9 rebounds to go with 10 points, nearly a double-double. And you mentioned it to Bo Overton that J.C. Engler opened up the basket with those 2 3-pointers. Then Carissa Price followed with her 9 straight point barrage. And that's what the Bison are going to have to do, is have at least 2 scores. You just can't have one person score and beat a team like East Central. You're going to have a minimum of 2, hopefully 3, that will jump up in the fray.
One other note of certainly interest, 37-30, OBU out-rebounds East Central tonight. The Lady Tigers +5, then with the offensive glass, 12-7. All adds up to a 57-50 loss for the Bison. They now travel to 21st-ranked Southwestern in Weatherford for a 2 o'clock tip-off on Saturday. We'll have that game for you along the Bison Network at 1:45 at the pregame show. Final score, Game 1, East Central 57, Oklahoma Baptist 51. Stay tuned, the men's pregame show is coming up next. This is Oklahoma Baptist basketball on the OBU Radio Network.
The OBU Athletic Department would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of Bison basketball. Bank First, Billy Boy Barbecue, Boomerang Diners, Chick-fil-A Shawnee, the Citizen Potawatomi Nation, the Dennis Morris State Farm Insurance Agency, Eric's Pharmacy, First National Bank and Trust, First United Bank, Hampton Inn Shawnee, Hudeberg Auto Group, Emmanuel Baptist Church, Lowe's, McIntyre Law, Send Relief, the OBU Graduate College, P&K Equipment, Pine Cliff Printers, Qdoba, Rob's Smokehouse, Shawnee Mills, Shawnee Pit Stop, Sherwin-Williams, South Central Industries, SSM Health, St. Anthony Hospital Shawnee, TAC Designs, Tinker Federal Credit Union, The Lunchbox, the UPS Store, Village Tours and Travel, Vision Bank, Walls, and Whataburger.